What is up, investors? So, it's been a little while since we talked about CCIV, the SPAC stock that's going to be merging with Lucid Motors, which is something that some people are calling the Tesla killer. But there is some rumors going around that Lucid Motors might be merging or doing some sort of partnership or something related with Apple for the Apple car. This is just a rumor going around. There's no proof to it, but there's a lot of speculation out there. This is something that's actually been going on for a while now, even before it was announced that Lucid Motors was going to be going public through CCIV. So I want to be addressing this in this video, talk about some things that was said in a couple interviews, talk about what the CEO of Lucid Motors visions are, and just talk overall about the stock. But of course, first we're going to talk about the performance of the stock, where it's been and where it might be going, and then get to everything else. So as we get to it, if you guys don't mind, please do me a huge favor. As always, be sure to smash, destroy, and annihilate that like button, because that helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps spread these videos to more people that might find it interesting. Also, subscribe if you've not already. And if you want to become a Patreon, I have one. The link is in the description. There's a private Discord that is attached to it that we can all communicate in this community. So let's get to it. So this is CCIV stock over the last 3 months. Now, not a whole lot had happened in the entire month of April. Now, hopefully, going into May, much better performance for everybody that's been holding on to this long term. Now, if you're somebody that is new to this stock and you're probably looking at something like this and going, hey, what the heck is this? Because CCIV at one point had gotten to $64 a share, and then it came crashing down. Now, that crash has nothing to do with the actual company itself, nothing to do with Lucid Motors, nothing to do with the SPAC, Churchill Capital. This was just a couple different things. This was people excited to invest into Lucid Motors to get on the SPAC for the merger. And it's also some people that were just looking to make a quick buck, which is what we see here. You know, when you buy a stock and it goes up, you double its price in no time, or triple its price in no time, like what we saw. Why not take your money and run, which is what a lot of people did, and that's why it crashed soon after. But that's the game there. You know, we're in this to make money, so if people are going to buy a stock and it goes up a lot, take their money, you can't blame them for that. The only bad thing is that there are people that do buy it when it is going up way too much. They buy the bull when they're holding on to the horns, and then they get ran over. Now, sorry to anybody that happened to. They bought into it at those much higher prices, and the stock went down a lot. That is just something that happens, but if you have a lot of faith in the company, then continuing to average in at lower prices to get your cost basis down is always a good thing, because then when the stock does have another run, or if things start going really well for Lucid Motors and the stock just keeps rising, you're going to have that low cost basis and you can win really well in the end. Now let's get to this whole Apple situation here and start talking about that. Now, before we had even confirmation that CCIV was going to be merging with Lucid Motors, the rumors about Lucid and Apple doing some sort of partnership was already there. And that speculation became more of a possibility after Lucid Motors CEO Peter Rawlinson did an interview with The Guardian. Now, this article came out on September 3rd. And in this, they said, Peter Rawlinson says Lucid, which is about to list for $24 billion, has drawn interest from big car makers. Now, just to get to a couple different parts here, Lucid has been approached by a few car companies this year over licensing deals. Rawlinson told The Guardian those talks have yielded nothing tangible. Yet, the prospect of earning revenues from partnerships with other car makers, he says, remains very speculative. However, there is mouth-watering potential, and the right partner could yield an affordable electric car within 4 years, he says. He was then asked about Apple, and he declined to comment when asked if Lucid had been approached by Apple, the iPhone maker that is considering making an electric car. The big picture is, I've got this dichotomy, Rawlinson said, speaking via video call from California. The dichotomy is we need to get millions of $25,000 cars into production fast to save the planet. We've got the right technology, but as a company, I can't get there for about 8-9 years, and it's too late. He then goes on to say a deal with car makers such as Honda, Hyundai, or Toyota would be the icing on the cake for the company, but we have to remember this company still has yet to sell any cars. And just like a lot of these different SPACs that are coming out, none of them have any car sales. That's the same with Lordstown Motors, like it says here, Arrival, Canoo, Fisker. They all have no car sales. Now, Lucid is in a bit of a different situation, though, than a lot of these other SPAC EV companies, because Lucid does want a partner. They're not going out there and saying that they are going to have the biggest, best car out there that is going to be able to do so many things. Like, we hear companies like Lordstown Motor that really hyped up their vehicle, and really they couldn't back up any of their statements. They couldn't back up their production, and that is what really hurt that stock and hurt that company a lot, was those statements that they made. Now, Lucid isn't making any of those statements. Lucid is saying that they're coming out with this luxury vehicle that's priced really high, that a lot of people are not going to be able to buy it. But this is all something that they have to do. They have to start out in the luxury market because they're not in a position to make an affordable vehicle. They're coming right out there and saying that we're not making a vehicle that is affordable to the general public, because we don't have the abilities to do such. Whereas these other companies are all saying that they're going to be making an affordable vehicle that's going to hit the market, and they're going to have 100,000 plus vehicles that they have pre-orders for, all that jazz. Lucid isn't putting themselves in that class. They're not biting off more than they can chew with their statements that they're making. Lucid just wants companies to partner with them, which is why Apple is in a great position to want to partner with Lucid Motors if that is something that they do end up doing, because one, Apple has a whole bunch of cash. Apple is already looking to partner with other companies like LG and Magna International, and why not partner with somebody that has a design very similar to what you want to give to your customers, like Lucid does, that you could be able to sell something very similar, something very stylish, and not only that, buying somebody that has done all kinds of research in the field where you're trying to launch a product in such a short amount of time. 2024 is a short amount of time to start an electric vehicle company and get a product out there as huge as a car. So Lucid's already done a lot of this groundwork for them. They've already done a lot of the groundwork for Apple, if Apple was to be interested. And we know Lucid is very interested in anybody that is looking to help them build vehicles, help them with anything as far as production. So this could really be a possible thing, and more so because when Lucid Motors was asked about the possibilities of them partnering with Apple, the CEO declined to even say anything about that. If the rumors were true, then he can say, you cannot comment on it. But if the rumors were false, then he would say, hey, that's not true. Nothing's confirmed. But that entire statement was just completely not even answered. So there is a possibility here. Now, as far as the other parts of the rumors, like people saying that Apple would end up buying Lucid Motors or looking to buy Lucid Motors, that's something that most likely would not be true, at least at this moment, because Lucid Motors is still working on their merger with Churchill Capital. That has to go through. There's going to be a bunch of cash there that they're going to have to be able to grow their company. They're not going to want to sell right away. That's not going to be something they're going to want to do. More than likely, they'd be interested in partnering, build their company, make their company worth a lot more money. And then if Apple was to want to buy them, we know Apple has the cash to be able to just buy this company outright, more than likely. So, yeah, that could easily be the case in the future. But right now, Apple wouldn't be buying Lucid Motors, but a partnership in some sort of way of building the Apple car would be great. Now, anyways, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this. And is there anybody that is holding Lucid Motors that is going to continue sticking through the entire merger of the company going public, which I think should be happening here very soon? Please let me know. So, as always, everybody, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. New videos coming out on my channel all the time. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in the next video coming very soon.